Saibhai, we heard from Moeen Ali there. He feels that the English bowlers will do really well on day through. Now, India have started well. I'm talking about the Indian openers. Do you think they can maintain this run and can really match up to the 500 plus that England have put on board?
Well, they can, but it's not going to be easy, because what we've seen is that the pitch has started to grip a little bit, and there's a little bit of turn and bounce. The quicker bowlers are still getting a fair bit of carry when they bend their backs, so it's not going to be easy. Never easy to come and bat after you've been on the field for a day and a half for 537 runs. So the openers need to be given a lot of credit for the way they have held it together, haven't been separated. And hope if they carry on the same way tomorrow, then certainly I think India will be looking to get as close to the England total as possible.
Right, Saibhai, I'm just looking at some stats here, and this is the 25th time that a visiting team has got 500 plus against India in the first innings, and all of those 25 times the visiting team hasn't lost. So the stats clearly are not in India's favour now. The best they can hope for is a draw from here.
Oh, definitely. I think when a team has scored 500 plus in the first innings, then and batted for almost 6 sessions, then it is going to be extremely difficult for that team to lose the test. Yes, the pitch might spin a lot more on day 4, and if the Indians have avoided the follow-on, gotten close to the England total of 537, then there is a possibility that they might cause a few problems to the England batsmen. But I don't think this pitch will break up that much, where the team batting on the 4th or the 5th day will have that many problems.
Okay, so I'm just looking at very interesting stats here, and now this is the lower order comparison between England and the Indian team. England, in fact, are far ahead compared to any other international side in 2016 as far as the lower order has been contributing. You know, Stokes has been doing really well. Bairstow there is doing really well. So I'm looking at number 6 to 11. Do you think this is one major difference between India and England right now? I know Ashwin and Saha have contributed for India, but that's about it. Whereas in England, we've seen till number 10, 11, all of them are capable enough to get centuries sometimes.
Yes, actually when you look at the individual records of the 22 playing in this test match, you'll find that 21 of them have a first-class 100 under their belt. The only person who doesn't have a 100 under his belt is Mohammad Shami. So it actually tells you how strong the England batting lineup is, that all 11 in their lineup have got hundreds in first-class cricket, and that tells you that, you know, the batting depth is there. What actually it has allowed England to do, and England's captain Alistair Cook, is to be able to balance the team in such a manner that he's got 3 spinners and he's got 3 seamers in the team. I mean, that's a fantastic combination. You know, you've got enough bowlers to rotate, and I think that is where England has been so strong in the last couple of seasons.
Okay, in fact, I'm looking at that stat. Bairstow himself, all alone, can match number 6 to 11 as far as the Indian batting order is concerned. He's got as many runs as number 6 to 11 in 2016. Bairstow alone has done that. Now, Saibhai, of course, credit is due where it is. We're talking about the England batting lineup. They've done really well, but one has to talk about the dropped catches. You know, day 1, one thought that could have been an aberration, but it's happened on day 2, and that, you think, has clearly hurt India, and that's allowed England to go as far as that they have?
Yes, I think you drop catches, it never helps your team. But the Indian team's slip catching technique has been questionable for the last so many years. When the catches come near their ankles, they're not able to get down quick enough. They all stand with their backs upright, and I think that's something that we really need to ask. I mean, who is telling them to stand in the way that they have been standing? Because they're not catching the thick, quick ones that come near their ankles. Now, in Test cricket, the catches will come there. I think unless you're playing in Australia or South Africa, the catches might come above the waist. But otherwise, it'll come below your knee, and I think because of the way they stand, the only person who crouches and stands is Ajinkya Rahane. Everybody else stands with their hands on their knees, as if, you know, I mean, it's I don't know what, but it doesn't if I was a bowler, I wouldn't be very, very confident looking at the way the slip fielders stand.
Okay, so that is something that the Indian team needs to work on, and of course they have so many practice sessions ahead of every test match. Saibhai, let's talk about the Indian bowling as well. This pitch, of course, wasn't assisting the spinners as much as we've seen in pitches in the past when test matches have been played in India. Do you think that now, looking at this Indian bowling, there is a situation where if the pitch is not really helping them, then they're not as potent as we've seen them in other test matches in India?
Yeah, clearly. I think, the test matches that we saw, there was a fair bit of turn, which the Indian bowlers exploited to good effect. Nothing wrong with that. You play at home, you get conditions which are best suited for your strengths, and you try and exploit them, capitalize on them, and that's what the Indians have done. But I think tactically also the Indians left a lot to be desired. Moeen Ali has been known to have problems against the short ball. We hardly saw a short ball being bowled at him, and we had two bowlers in the team who were bowling at 140 kilometers plus. So surely some short deliveries could have been tried, but there was nothing of that sort being done. The in and out field, when even batsmen were new to the crease, allowed the new batsmen to break free, take the singles, and get their confidence. So I think somewhere down the line, there was just a little sort of lack of the tactical sort of noose, which should have made run making a little bit more difficult for the England batsmen.
All right, sound advice there from Mr. Gavaskar. One for how the fielders are standing, and the other, the use of the short pitch ball hasn't been there by the Indian fast bowlers. Thanks so much for joining us, Saibhai.